Hey guys, it's Caden. Welcome to another Autism Digest interview, where today we have someone who's been with me since I first started my autism advocacy journey. She has her own experiences with autism. She was diagnosed as an adult. She has children on the spectrum, and she used that to make an advocacy empire, including the SJ Child Show, several events, including one coming up this week called the Autism Education Summit. She is SJ Childs, aka Sara Bradford. Thanks for coming on, SJ.
Kaden, thank you for having me. This is perfect timing. Like you said, the event is this Sunday, and I'm thrilled to talk to people about it.
All right, and I'm thrilled that you're thrilled. My first question for you is, for those that don't know the name SJ Childs, do you mind summarizing for us your story?
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'm Sara Bradford, aka SJ Childs, my fancy moniker. SJ Childs was born out of my love of wanting to write children's books about my children with autism and some of my other friends who have children with Down syndrome and anxiety, physical differences. I just really wanted to capture what that experience looked like and help other children to support those kids, my kids and my friends' kiddos. So SJ Childs is really Sarah Jean, and Childs was just kind of a play on words for the children's genre to write children's books. So I thought, hey, any fancy author has a two-letter name, so I better go with the fancy SJ. And so that's where SJ Childs came from, actually. And I've written 7 children's books about special needs. And then it grew into going on to podcasts to promote the books, which is then how I started the SJ Childs Show. I figured, hey, we already have a name, so let's just, throw it onto a podcast. We are 325 episodes into the SJ Childs Show, where we have interviewed hundreds of autistics and experts, professionals, service providers, just so many wonderful, amazing people. It's been an epic journey. Out of that, I started a nonprofit to help do more community efforts and just really try to raise the education. Like Caden said, this is my 7th summit, actually, and it's called the 1 in 31 Connection Autism Summit. It is 7 panels, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. We'll go into some more details. It's exciting.
All of that sounds great, and it's definitely been a journey, and I'm proud to be a small part of it. My next question for you is, you're neurodiverse yourself. How do you think that has helped you in your endeavors, whether that be writing your children's books or hosting your podcast?
I love that question because I started off not knowing that. So I started off as an advocate, not understanding that I myself was also autistic, ADHD, if you will. And it was so fascinating. My daughter was diagnosed, and it really gave me kind of this look into what that might be like for a female with autism. And I realized, wait a second, here's this little girl that was a lot like some other little girl I heard a lot of stories about growing up. And so I thought maybe this pertains to me as well. And I really struggled to understand how I fit so well into the autism community, yet didn't understand that I was autistic myself. So that was challenging at first to be like, well, where do I belong? I still, I'm advocating for this community. I'm building this community, but I still don't I'm not a part of it really. I'm just like the advocate. And so when I finally did go and get the testing done and find out on my own, oh man, it was, I thought that I was going to go straight on to a live and just be like, I'm autistic to everyone. But it took me 3 or 4 months really to understand, okay, go through my childhood and kind of reverse back, all of the things and all of the struggles that could have been different, all of the sensory problems and things that I suffered with that I could have had support for. And now I can look at my own children and give them the support that they need and they deserve. I can give them a different kind of grace than was given to me without any kind of information or understanding of what was happening. Or we have a little friend. But yeah, it's since finding out that I'm autistic and as well as my husband, it has brought our relationship so much closer together. Like we've been together for 21 years this September. That's a long time. And I didn't think that we could get any closer, but really understanding that our brains were more alike than we knew, it did bring us more closer together. And it gave us a chance to help others understand kind of what the evolution of autism looks like. And that's how I like to look at it now.
And that's a beautiful way to look at it. And congratulations on 21 years next month. That's a huge milestone.
Thank you.
My next question for you is, what's your advice to anyone, neurodivergent or not, that wants to make it in the world of podcasting?
Great question. Do it. Just do it. I think that, one time a storyteller, a guy that does storytelling said to me, if you have a story to tell, you owe it to the world to tell it, because you have a story that someone else doesn't have, that could help someone, that could give someone advice or a tip, or just make them laugh, like help somebody in their life, like, or you have a story that is sad and it can help somebody not go down that road if that happens, and so I think it's just so important that we honor everybody has their own story, their own voice, their own journey. We can all gain from each other. We don't our light does not dim to light someone else's light. Like I like to say that, like, your fire does not go out when you light somebody else's light. So I think that like you and I are really special and that we love to bring people to the platform and say, have a voice, share your voice. Let's, let us get you the kind of highlight and showcase that you need and deserve.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful way to put it. I think a lot of advocates and entertainers and musicians and actors and directors are the same way as us, not necessarily in the sense of advocacy specifically, but in the sense of giving people a voice, spotlighting stories that need to be spotlighted.
Exactly.
So I really like that answer. My last question for you, before we hop off, is you have the Autism Summit coming up. Do you want to go into a little bit more detail about that and anything else that you have planned for the future?
Love it. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yes. The Autism Summit is going to be incredible. I hope everyone is able to come. It's free. Let's say that first off. It is a free summit. It will be streamed on all of my channels. So if you don't follow me, go to sjchilds.org. That's my website, and follow all my socials so that you can get notified when the summit happens. There's also a registration link on the website to register so that you can get notifications for future events. If any changes happen, you'll get notified. That's probably the best place to be, is on the registration list. But let me tell you about these exciting panels that we're going to be having. Number one, I have 31 advocates for our 1 and 31 on the 31st. My 7th summit, and I'm having 7 panels. I was on Autism Live yesterday, and Shannon Penrod said, Sarah, you're in your numerology. You're like perfectly in your numerology state here. Like everything is aligning. So I love that. Yeah. So the first panel so this is going to be Sunday, August 31st. It starts 10 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm in Mountain Time, Salt Lake City, Utah. So everybody else has to find their own time zones. But and Sunday morning at 10 a.m., we will have our autism research panel. So excited to learn about all of the new research that is happening. We have 4 wonderful panelists coming to that panel. The next one will be at 11 a.m., family and community supports. We also have 4 panelists coming to that panel, and that will give you so many resources, family ideas, therapists, there are like fitness experts, people who work with older adults, with children. So we're trying to really cover all of the areas that need support. Our third panel is Neurodiversity in Education, Part 1. That'll start at 12 p.m. We have 5 panelists on that one. That's going to be a very exciting, probably, really talkative panel, because we have so many wonderful panelists ready to talk about education, whether it is helping your student that is in the lower grades, preschool, elementary, or it's transitioning into the higher grades, or even transitioning into college. Excuse me. Sorry. And then we're going to take a lunch break and like a networking break, where I'm going to set up some networking posts on my pages, and you can go there to meet the panelists and to talk to them throughout that. StreamYard, unfortunately, it's not like Zoom. You can't go into breakout rooms and do a bunch of things like that. So we're going to take advantage of the things we have and use some community posts to do some networking in. At 2 p.m., we'll be coming back with our advocates for our advocate story panel. We have 3 amazing advocates who are going to be sharing their stories. We're going to be talking about culture differences. We're going to be talking about their journey, and it's always so inspiring, especially for parents and teachers and employers, to see the amazing journey that some of our advocates go through. 3 p.m., we'll be having our Family and Community Supports Part 2 panel. Again, wonderful, amazing resources for families. One that I'm really looking forward to is 4 p.m. on Sunday, AI and Innovation. I am so excited for that one, because I'm all about like AI and new things coming out. I'm trying to really jump in and take advantage of these things. So we have some incredible panelists coming for that, including Liam Murphy with TACT, which is he's the new director for TACT. So thrilled to have him join us for this. The last panel will be at 5 p.m., Neurodiversity in Education Part 2, because there's just not enough to cover for education. There's just so many topics that we want to be able to discuss and get as many resources and tools to people as we can. Of course, we'll have our kind of thank yous and closing remarks, and a special kind of moment of silence memorial for my good friend David Sharif, who was not able to make our summit 2022 and on, since he passed away. So I always like to hold a special space for him, because he was very special to me in that first summit I was going to be holding. So he has a spot in every summit henceforth ever. So that'll be the day. Really excited and looking forward to it. Dr. Eric Endlick, who does a lot of college advocacy, he's going to be my special guest host, and he'll be coming on to help kind of guide and get through the day.
Yeah, all of that sounds great. Guys, if you're interested, be sure to attend her panel. It sounds like a great time. Anyways, that's going to do it for this interview. Thank you so much to SJ for coming on and sharing her story. If you guys want to see more amazing interviews on Autism Digest, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Autism Digest channel. Check out our August issue that's out now, featuring many other advocates, including Patricia Graham, who we'll have on soon. And stay tuned for the audio file to be posted on our Spotify. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.